In the history of the RAF in the Second World War, squadrons crewed by exiled Polish pilots were among the most effective against the German Air Force. The pilots fled here from the Nazis to fight for freedom for Europe, including, they hoped, their homeland. And yet their bravery, not to say recklessness in battle, is something of an unknown or at least underappreciated story. A new film aims to change all that, portraying the Polish pilots as the heroes they really were.
These are all the planes that you've flown in.
Yeah, and that's not all.
He's 96 now, but in his time, Polish airman Marek Jankiewicz was an elite RAF fighter pilot who fought in the final year of the Second World War.
You are robbing someone of one's life, and it might be your enemy, but nevertheless, a guy like this has a wife, children, so it was difficult.
Despite fighting with vim and vigour for Britain, when the war ended, he felt forsaken. Cold War politics meant he and his compatriots were excluded from the victory parade which followed.
How many friends of mine died in the Air Force or with the Air Force? I felt betrayed. You can imagine victory parade and you are not allowed to attend. Can you imagine our feeling? Terrible.
Yet the Polish prowess in the cockpits made an enormous difference to the Allies, especially during the Battle of Britain. If we lost, Hitler would invade. At the heart of this fight was a team of Polish fighter pilots who outperformed all other RAF squadrons, downing more enemy aircraft, yet suffering fewer casualties. Now a film, Hurricane, has been made to honour their heroic actions and their significant contribution.
For the Polish officers, there was nowhere else to go, so that was their home.
Richard Kornicki's father was a Polish airman who also fought in the Second World War. He said there was much scepticism from the British when Polish pilots arrived to help in the war effort.
Most of them couldn't speak English on arrival. The aircraft were different, and that needed training. For the Poles, who were hugely combat-experienced pilots, it was unbelievably frustrating. All they wanted to do was get in the air.
But by 1946, the heroes of the war had become pariahs. Many in Britain wanted them to go home. The Polish pilots felt their sacrifices weren't understood, let alone appreciated. This film aims to change that. Sejal Karia, News at 10.